The Mullaghglass landfill site, it was an old disused quarry which had laid dormant for about 15 to 20 years. Laggans decided to seek permission to get it turned into a landfill. Plan permission was passed and it was fully developed and engineered into a modern landfill site. Each year we're permitted to take in 200,000 tonnes of waste, and the full life of the site is 2 million tonnes of waste. So the site was to be approximately a lifespan of 10 years. We've never really achieved 200,000 tonnes every year, so therefore the life has been extended slightly. For every tonne of waste that comes onto site at Mullaghglass, landfill tax is payable. From that landfill tax, we are allowed reclaim 6%, on top of which Laggans add 4% to make a figure of 10% of the total landfill tax. And that's the figure that gets redistributed through the Alpha programme and the Landfill Tax Credit scheme. Not all landfill sites take the opportunity to give the landfill tax credits back, but Laggans feel it's important to give it back because you're giving it back to the people in the locality, because the grants are awarded to community projects within a 10-mile radius of the site. We welcome people to make applications and apply for funding, and we're more than happy to give it out, especially to the local projects, the ones that are closest to the landfill site.
We seen a wasted space. It was overgrown and it was just land. So we thought that we would make inquiries to see what we could do, what we could achieve. What has been done is we've created a garden. It's for all ages. You know, the older generation can come up and relax. Younger parents can come and bring their children and let them run about. There's also the Mugga area for, you know, the teenagers in that to play ball. There's a basketball facility and there's like football, soccer and that. Just generally for all ages of the community to use. Working with the Alpha team is brilliant. Any questions we had, they were more than happy to discuss something that we weren't familiar with, no problem. They addressed every issue and every concern with professionalism. What we have achieved at the minute is beyond our wildest dreams. This was not what we had envisaged. The community is well pleased with it. Long may it continue and prosper, and hopefully we can get the second phase up and running sooner rather than later.
So whenever the RSPB purchased this area about 20 years ago, there was quite a high density of willow, alder and birch scrub along the shoreline. There was also quite a heavy density of rush in the wet grassland meadows. So the Alpha funding grant has allowed us to purchase predator-proof fencing, and that stops foxes and badgers from getting into a special breeding area during the springtime. It's also allowed us to remove a lot of the scrub that acted as a barrier between the lowland wet grassland and the open lough. The impact has affected an awful lot of species in the reserve. So in 2006 we had no lapwing on the site at all, and now we have 45 pairs of breeding lapwing. It's affected Irish hares, Irish lady's tresses orchid, common terns, a range of butterflies, damselflies and vertebrates. Up until about 3 years ago we had about 4,000 visitors a year. These operations that we've been taking this past number of years has increased visitor numbers to almost 12,000. That makes this site an extremely special site in Northern Ireland context. Had we not undertaken the works, we definitely would not have the species responding, and certainly wouldn't have them responding in the time scale that we've had them responding.
About 2008 we came together as a community and decided to try and change what was going on in our community and work together for the better of our community, and we formed the Hubb. The Hubb was, and still is, the York Road Self-Defence Hall bowling club. It was built in 1941. It was originally Dad's Army. So it was there from that originally then. In 1951 it turned into a bowling club to give to the community then. And then it was like that ever since, until we came along. We approached the local centre here, which was the York Road Self-Defence Hall, to move into for bigger premises, and then we did that. And then we progressed and grew, and we have sub-groups and youth groups and family groups. Well, the Alpha programme was straightforward. We got lots of support from Groundwork while you were doing it, and the building hadn't been renovated or touched in nearly 60 years. We got the windows reopened, we got shutters put on, we got new floors put in, we got a brand new fitted kitchen, we got a heating system fixed, we got new ceilings put in, renovated our toilets and made the space into a modern day usable facility.
We're here at the intersection of Newtownards Road and Albert Bridge Road at the Conswater Pocket Park, which is a pretty small but very effective project that was supported by Groundwork and East Belfast Partnership.
I work as landscape architect for Groundwork, so I helped develop the designs with artist Lucy Turner, who developed the obelisks and the fencing. The site previously was derelict buildings which were then demolished a few years ago and just left as rubble. So really this has lifted the whole area, and bringing green, which is visible from the road, is very important. People's sense of well-being and community pride.
This site's particularly interesting because it's going to link directly with the civic square that's being done as part of the huge big Conswater Community Greenway project, and our intention would be to try and create a network of these places.
It's just been a very creative process. We've had such good feedback from local people because obviously it was a worry, being quite a busy area, that there might be some problems, but that hasn't happened, which is testament to how positive the design has been.
It's been really welcomed by the local community. The people have been identifying sites all over the place and saying, can we not do this here as well? I suppose it highlighted to us how important these little small spaces can be. So many people have said about what a difference it makes to just walking past this place. It's kind of introduced people to the place in a way that we didn't really expect it to.